watching other people who seem to really just crank out books like nobody's business, and I wonder what's wrong with me? How come I can't get this much done? Hello and welcome back to my channel, everybody. For those of you who are new, my name is RaiBshaw. Here on my channel you will find mainly writing vlogs because I find writing vlogs helpful myself. So I really love this online writing community. I love being able to watch other people's processes, watch what works for them. And one thing I've noticed is that when you're watching a bunch of other people write and their writing process, it can be very easy to fall into that trap of self-comparison. And what I've noticed for myself personally is that a lot of the time I will look at people who are writing full-time and I will compare my writing progress or my productivity to theirs, which is completely unfair because my life is different than theirs and my day-to-day schedule is different than theirs. And so I thought it would be interesting to do a little day in the life of a writer with a full-time job. And so that's what I did, and I'm going to show you guys kind of an inside peek as to what a typical day is like for me trying to fit writing into my workday schedule. Now, I know that just because I am a writer with a full-time job, that doesn't mean that every writer with a full-time job out there is going to have a writing schedule exactly like mine, that their productivity is going to be exactly like my productivity. There are a lot of different variables that go into how you use your time throughout the day. So for me personally, I do not have any children. I don't have a dog. I do have a spouse, so I'm married. I work a full-time job that's an 8 to 5 kind of thing, Monday through Friday. I have the weekends free, and so I'm just going to show you, this was a Wednesday where I recorded my day in the life. And this, to be honest, it was a good day for me. On this particular day, I woke up at about 5:30. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and then I drink a 16-ounce glass of water. After that, I spend about half an hour studying my scriptures. About an hour working out. Usually I will write in the mornings when I wake up at 5 a.m. On this particular day I made a change because I'm working through revisions right now as opposed to drafting, and so I was at the stage of reading through my entire manuscript, and I would rather read in the evening than in the morning time. And so I skipped my usual writing routine for the morning, which would have been about an hour long, and instead I opted for a longer workout since I knew I was going to be more sedentary later on in the day reading through my manuscript. And so I did about a 56-minute workout here. And I really like to use Fitness Blender. It's a husband and wife duo who create these videos, and you can find them on YouTube or you can find them on fitnessblender.com. If you go to their actual website at fitnessblender.com, you can search for workouts depending on what you're looking for, by intensity, by fitness level. And then you can even look for specific types of workouts. For instance, I really like doing HIIT routines, that's high intensity interval training, and so that's what I did today, was a HIIT workout, and they usually include a warm-up and a cool-down with stretch in their videos. And then you can choose the length of time that you want to work out for, anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour and a half. You can just find whatever is going to fit into your schedule for that day. After I work out, I'm nice and sweaty, and then I drink another 16-ounce glass of water, and that is aside from the water that I've been drinking throughout the workout. And then I always drink another 16-ounce glass of water with some lemon juice and apple cider vinegar, and I will take that with my vitamins, and my husband and I have breakfast together. After breakfast, I go and I take a shower, and then I don't always have time to blow dry my hair. Actually, usually I will go to work with my hair wet and up in a wet bun because ain't nobody got time for that, depending on how long my husband and I spent eating breakfast and talking to one another. But like I said, this was a good day for me. My husband and I share a car, and so we go out to work together. We're very fortunate in that he passes where I work on the way to his work in the morning, and so it works out perfectly for us, and it was a icy morning. measuring housing floor plans and creating budgets for each house that's built. I will sneak away any chance that I get to do my makeup in the bathroom at work. There's something about wearing makeup that just makes me feel so much more confident and powerful. I really like it. And this is pretty much the next 8 hours of my life that are spent here at this desk, measuring, creating budget plans. Once every hour, I have my Fitbit remind me to take at least 250 steps, just so that I'm not sitting the entire day without moving. What I've taken to doing is there are 4 flights of stairs in the back of my building, and I just walk up and down the flights of stairs 3 times, once every hour. Once in a while, I'll actually go for a walk outside. On this day I did because it was really nice outside, and I was also in the middle of a contest with my sister and my husband. We were competing to see who could get the most steps in the day. And I always make sure that I'm drinking a lot of water throughout the day. I usually get home from work anywhere between 5 and 6 o'clock. On this day, I believe it was about 5:30, and I spent about 15 minutes just running around my house trying to get some extra steps in to at least get somewhat caught up to where my sister was in her steps for the day. So this is a very typical evening at home for me and my husband, trying to get in our steps lately. Then I go into the kitchen to make dinner. I just made some flaxseed chips. These are awesome. They're literally just flax meal and water with some spices. They end up being really nice and crispy, super low carb, high fiber. And then I made these with some guacamole for dinner. Count Numbula, what's his name?
What? The Count. The Count from Sesame Street?
Yeah, what's his name?
The Count. Called the Count.
Yeah, does his name have to do with numbers somehow?
Yeah, Count.
Oh yeah. Not one of my brightest moments caught on camera for you all. This took me probably maybe 25 minutes to half an hour to make the chips and the guacamole and eat my dinner. After eating dinner with my husband, I actually had somewhere to be that night. That actually ended up being canceled. And so I took that opportunity to return a book to the library that was already a week overdue. I went home and spent the next 2 hours working on revisions for my novel. tired because that was a full day for me. So even though this was a really productive day for me, sometimes I fall into the trap of watching other people who seem to really just crank out books like nobody's business. They get so much done, they write so many words every day, and I wonder, what's wrong with me? How come I can't get this much done? And I have to remind myself, I'm working a full-time job and I'm doing the best that I can, and that's okay. A lot of my fellow author tubers, I have to remind myself that they are home all day and this is their full-time job, is working on their books, which is awesome, but I am not there. And then I also have to take into account those author tubers who maybe don't have spouses that they need to try to spend quality time with throughout the day. To be honest, I feel like this is just part of a healthy, balanced lifestyle. If all I was ever doing was working on my book and that was my only priority in life, I don't think that would be very healthy, and I don't think that's the case with most author tubers. I think everybody just does their best to find their best balance, what works best for them given the varying priorities and commitments that they have in their life at this time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little day in the life of a writer with a full-time job. Please comment below what is different in your daytime schedule. How do you fit writing in? When do you find is the best time for you to write? What are your struggles? What are the things that you're really trying to overcome to be able to write more? I just want to hear about all of it. I love on this community that we can all just talk about our different lifestyles and how we make writing work for us. I also want to take this opportunity to announce a new series that I will be running here on my channel, which I'm going to be calling the #HealthyWriter series. One of my main goals for 2019 was to improve my health by being more active and improving my diet. And I also want to take into consideration my mental health, my emotional health, my physical health, all of the above, all the healthy things. And I think as writers, it's really important for us to make sure that we are being productive writers, but also that we are taking really good care of our health so we can write for longer and have happier, fuller, more well-rounded and balanced lives. If this sounds interesting to you, please go ahead and click that subscribe button below if you have not already. And if this is something that interests you, also let me know down below, because I would love to see how many other health nuts there are out there, people out there who really want to improve their health at the same time that they are improving their writing. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Would you come and take a walk with me? We'll cross over the mountains and we'll reach the pale blue sea. I love you. I'm so glad